All right, so we're through 3 of them. We got 3 left. The young guys, the young trio. We've gone through the elders, the elder statesmen. Now we're up to Kansas, and if Bill Self survives this thing, I think he'll survive. I think if he gets a 1-year postseason ban, they keep him. I think it's going to take more than that for them to fire Bill Self. But let's say he does get fired. Rob, if you have anybody other than this guy as your swing for the fences guy, I'll be disappointed. So we're going to let you go first so I can mock you if you screw it up.
I didn't really – I don't know. I should swing for the fences, Chris Mack. Maybe not. No.
You got the first name right.
Yeah, you got the first name right.
That was realistic, Chris Beard.
Yeah, I would say swing for the fences, but that could be realistic depending on what the penalty is. Like if Self goes to the NBA and they don't have a postseason ban, then it's realistic. If there's a 2-year postseason ban, I don't see there's any way that I'd be shocked if Chris Beard goes somewhere with everything he's gone through in his career to get to where he is, getting the type of guys he's getting in Lubbock, that he would take 2 years off his career, that he can't play in an NCAA tournament at Kansas, even though it is Kansas.
Sure.
Borzello?
So Beard was my swing for the fences guy.
Yeah.
I didn't really put that much thought into like a realistic, because I do think if it's only 1 year or something, I think Beard would take it, or at least really, really think about it.
Let's say it's 2.
A couple
of 2-year ban.
2-year ban.
Yep.
Two dark horse type guys. One would be Brad Underwood.
Okay.
If you want to dip back into the Illinois kind of pipeline that led you to Self.
Yep.
And the extreme dark horse would be Jock Vaughn.
Yeah, I had him listed. I had
There
Jock
you go.
Vaughn listed. I don't know if I love it.
I mean, it's outside the box a little bit, so I think that he'd at least be on their list.
So somebody in the chat hit on my guy, and it's Hummel's guy too, and that's Matt Painter, which would absolutely destroy poor Robbie for life if Matt Painter left for Kansas.
That would be upsetting to me. I would not blame him. But I would be sad.
How much would you pay? How much would you donate to the fund to keep Coach Painter in West Lafayette?
Probably about $1 million or so.
Would you throw $1 million in there? I didn't know you had $1 million from your overseas days.
If I throw $1 million out there to save Coach Painter at Purdue. No,
you could sell the Larry Bird and Griffey and Jordan and Pippen jerseys behind them to raise some funds.
The problem is I've already went through this with Paint once when he almost left my 5th year, and I literally calling him every 2 hours, like, "Are you leaving? Why do I keep reading you are?" And he was like, "Just be patient."
What was that, Missouri or something like that?
he was like, "Don't worry about it." I was probably so annoying. I was bothering the hell out of him for sure. I was like, "Dude, Etwan Jawan just left. You can't leave too. Like, this would be terrible."
You would have transferred.
I would have. If he would have left, I would have pieced. I was so mad.
Where were you going? You would have begged Kay to take you at Duke.
I have no idea where I would have went, but I was so mad because they couldn't have. Konzo Martin had just signed a deal at Tennessee. He wasn't coming.
Right.
And if Paint had left, unless it would have been Paul Lusk, I was really mad at Purdue for the way they handled it. I was pissed. So I don't know. I'm glad it didn't happen. That would have been a terrible situation. But
my other pick for this one, and then we'll go. Rob, you give us yours. Dana Altman. Dana Altman wants to get back to the Midwest, I've heard. Can coach his ass off. We know. I don't know. I mean, I just think it can make some sense. That's all.
He was on my list of coaches that don't really fit any of these jobs, but I
want to put him on somewhere.
Yeah, I want to put him on somewhere. Willard was one of them. Painter was one of them. Altman's one of them. Mike White was one of them. If he continues this way, I'm assuming. And then Shaka, who knows what's going to happen? I think he's obviously going to stick around Texas after this year. But, I think those are kind of 5 coaches that I don't know if they fit any of these jobs in particular. But, I mean, they're kind of that tier of, if something opens up, they've had consistent success for, a long time. And I think they could get in the mix somewhere.
By the way, Rob, the reason Chris Mack won't leave Louisville for Kansas is because his wife's from Louisville, and there's no way in hell she'd let him leave.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's great.
Learn something every day on this podcast. Who's your realistic pick for Kansas? Painter?
I said Beard. That's who I had down. but he's probably more of a swing for the fences.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, it depends on the scenario for these, right? For what you're taking over. I think it really has a lot to do with whether a Chris Beard leaves Texas Tech. Even, you think it's ridiculous. How could he not go to Kansas, right?
He's got to be to Texas Tech, man. He's got to roll.
And it fits him.
Yep.
It does fit him. Where I don't think, some guys don't want the attention at all. I don't think he's like that. I think he could handle it in Lawrence, Kansas. But I think he's more comfortable at a place like Lubbock, where they're the underdog every single year. He thrives on that. He wants that rather than being out of blue blood.
Totally,
right?
I've on like being the doubted team. That'd be different deal at Kansas.
Right.